up guys, welcome back to the channel. I forgot how crappy this car rides. Compared to the E46, I thought the E46 spring rate was really stiff and really bad, but now that I drive this, I can tell that this actually rides a lot worse. We're on our way to help Tristan again with the 350Z. This probably is going to be the last video that you guys will see of that 350Z. It's not Tristan's car, it might be, he said he might try to buy it from the guy, but this was literally just a swap that he asked me to help him with. Last video probably because I think we're gonna get it to run today. We're gonna figure out what that fuel issue is. Figuring out that fuel issue, I think the car's gonna be done and we're not gonna see it anymore. I might get to working on the headlights sometime this week. It's supposed to be 60, 62 tomorrow, so we will definitely have a good weather, a good day to fix the headlights tomorrow. But I want to start working on this car again. The weather's getting a little nice. Tristan said that if we needed paint, we could use his shop. So if we paint, I think we're gonna paint the E46 first because I really don't like the color of that car. So we might probably paint that car first and then try to paint the Subaru depending on how the E46 comes out. Because I really don't care all that much about the E46. The way it looks, I don't really care. So if we can get some skills down to where we can paint decently, then I think we could take the skills we learned from painting the 46 and paint the WRX. What's up? You ever figure out the fuel? It smells like gas now.
That has a lot of gas on the fucking floor back there.
Wow.
There's one more tranny bolt that I've got to tighten up. I just haven't climbed under there to do it. Yeah, and then I've just got to figure out why the fuck we don't have fuel. So I'm thinking...
Is it battery charged?
Yeah, we can turn it over and see if we can hear the fuel pumping gauge.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just turn the key to the on.
To the accessory and hear everything kick on. We should be able to hear that fuel pump.
So we decided to pull the spark plugs and they weren't gapped at all. I brought my gap gauge and they were gapped out to like, what is it, like 8 thousandths? They're supposed to be at 43 thousandths. So yeah, they were way over gapped. I just gapped 3. So now I'm going to go on the other side, gap the other 3. But also they're really full of like oil and really wet. So I think that might be a really good issue that we're having. One of the issues we're having to not start. I just took this one to the wire wheel and cleaned it off. But yeah, I'm going to do that to the rest of the spark plugs, because the ones on the old engine are really bad. Check this out. Yeah, this came out of the old engine. So we just gapped and cleaned all the spark plugs. We're gonna attempt to do this a little bit differently. We're gonna have the key turned and hitting the button because for some reason it is not starting no matter what. We tried starting with just one side, cleaning one side and seeing if it idled weird, but it didn't even do that. So we're gonna try to bypass the immobilizer by turning the key and hitting the button. Turns better.
It sounds like it's super close.
I don't know what kind of stupid shit I always come up with, but I always figure these things out. The car just started. I started pulling off sensors because I thought, you know, if it's a bad sensor, then it's gonna throw a code. So I'm like, let's just unplug it and see if it throws it at all. And so I go it under and I unplug the crank sensor, we unplug the cam sensors, we get a code for the cam sensors, not for the crank sensor, which is weird. But we get a code for the cam sensor and we plug the cam sensor back in. I start cranking it like, you know, there's not gonna, like, there's no tomorrow. Just the weirdest thing ever, the car just starts. So I killed it because it got no coolant in it and it was on for a little bit, and as soon as I turned it on, I was like, because 350Z. We're gonna throw coolant on it and I'll update you guys here in a second. You guys can see how much smoke there is in the shop from, dude, it smells like fuel. I think we might have flooded it.
I was wondering if we did.
I think we might have flooded it. It smells really fucking bad, like rich fuel.
Woo! Yeah, it does.
Okay, plug that sensor back in. Let's see if we can get it started again.
You want me to take that sensor out?
Yeah, unplug that fucking sensor again.
Okay.
Ready? It doesn't like the crank sensor. It's not supposed to run without the crank sensor. And we got good oil. Oil pressure works now.
Oil pressure's good.
It sounds fucking smooth, dude.
It's smooth. Careful. With that, with no coolant and with the engine lean back, be careful about revving it.
Huh. Okay, well, let's put coolant in it because I want to go fucking drive it.
You know, inside like a black.
We got the engine running. It was running a little warm. That's why he came over to tell me that I did it right the first time.
It was leaking, dude. Look at all this coolant, bro. Come on, man. There wouldn't be so much coolant on the floor. That's what we're doing.
All right, there's a hole in the hose. Hey, those are mine. Those are not my fault.
The engine was sitting all sideways too.
That's not my fault either.
Yeah, but where were you this whole time? You were sitting at home while we were busting numbers, bitch.
Work, bro.
Oh yeah?
Back-breaking work.
You're what, 2 cars a week?
But yeah, coolant's in the system. Engine runs fine, sounds fine. And yeah, we were about done, but there's a hole on the lower hose, so Tristan said it found that.
He fucked up the bleed process.
Oh yeah, I did it so well that I built so much pressure, it blew the hose.
The car was overheating.
The car was overheating. Fucking pig. Okay, so I already raced Tristan, and I got gapped by him, but I haven't raced Rafa. So yeah, let's see how good of a race this becomes. Wanted a 20? No, it really doesn't.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, right?
Is it 20?
Alright, sure.
So we're out here another day. I'm headed to the shop right now. I like to apologize for the videos being all over the place. I just feel like one day's worth of content isn't enough, so I try to get like at least 2 days. But yeah, I'm sorry if the videos are all over the place. We're back at another day. Tristan hit me up. He told me to put the car down on ground, and I guess he took it for a test drive and it was running weird. He said he changed the spark plugs, put the crank sensor on. That didn't fix anything, and he says that the car doesn't have a reverse. So I'm headed up there right now to see if we can figure it out or look into it a little bit better. Crank sensor, I think it's just the immobilizer. I really want to say it has to do with the immobilizer. Since the car got stolen, I'm pretty sure the ignition got messed up and messed with the immobilizer stuff. I'm pretty sure that key and the magnet, I mean, they messed something up there. So I want to say when the crank sensor is plugged in, it's sending signal to the immobilizer saying that the engine is trying to start. And with the immobilizer not working properly, it's reading crank and it's not letting the engine start. So when it's unplugged, it's not reading that crank, so it lets the engine start. So the car does have a little weird idle. It feels like it vibrates a little too much. It has a really weird vibrate. Like it's not idling right. Yeah. So we're gonna throw the scanner on, look at the timing, look at the ignition, check for any misfire codes. You haven't unplugged the battery, have you?
No.
Okay. It hasn't died either?
No.
Okay.
It stayed running once it starts.
Okay.
You gotta feed it some gas to get it to start properly. You think we might be out of time?
Yeah. Because the timing's definitely not, it's not off badly. It's not.
No.
Fuck, I'm clean as shit today and this car's kind of dirty. So we think we may have relearned the throttle position sensor thingy because we did the whole procedure. You don't have the check engine light on the dash because it just doesn't turn on. I don't know how we're gonna fix that or how we're gonna be able to like tell if anything works. But car idle's a little bit different. I did notice a little bit different. I came over here, I wanted to check this right here. This was leaking yesterday.
Yeah. Well, there it goes.
Okay, turn it out again. It feels pretty good. It probably needs to go through a drive cycle and it'll adjust. It'll readjust. You didn't put oil in the power steering?
Sorry. Hit the ground a little bit. He can drive it. It actually runs.
Yeah, it'll make a good daily.
It can drive. It drove no problem. Like I got on it. Like it doesn't have as much power as I thought it would, but
yeah, that sensor, that's why. Timing. Okay, so we found out the signal wire from the crank sensor is the reason why it kills the car every time we plug in the sensor. I blew a fuse twice trying to just bypass that signal and just going straight, but it doesn't let me. It keeps blowing fuses. So we're back home. We're not gonna see the 350Z anymore. That is completely gone. They're gonna go get it later. It's at the shop, but they're gonna go get it later. It doesn't run the best, but I mean, I just went to go help Tristan with the engine swap. That's all he needed. That's all we were supposed to do. So that's all we did. The issue was the signal wire was grounding out or something. It had to be grounding out. The signal wire for the crankshaft position sensor was grounding out, and so it was creating an issue for the car. Basically, since it was sending power, wasn't receiving it back, it was basically telling the ECU, hey, don't start the car, it's not right. We just left the connector unplugged. The kid's gonna take the car to Nissan and have them look at it, because that's, like I said, Tristan was only told to swap the engine. We don't want to get into anything that deep. It's none of our cars. No, we really don't care all that much about it, so we're not going to get into it. But so I guess we helped out on a swap for a 350Z on this channel. It was kind of unexpected. I didn't really think that we would do that. We've had a lot of these situations where things are unexpected. One was a Subaru, two of this, and a couple other things, but we took it as a learning experience. I definitely am not sure if I ever want to own a Z, now that I think about it, now that I kind of got my hands on this. They're definitely nice cars. I still don't see why not. You know, if you want one, go for it. They're definitely nice cars, but I don't know if I want one. They're a little bit more to handle than what I thought. I'll stick with my inline engines because I just like the inlines. The Subaru, it's here for now, but yeah, inline engines all the way. But I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I've got nothing else for today. If you guys made it to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you guys liked the video, go down and hit that like button. Go down and comment below. I'm always active in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. You guys don't want to miss out what we got going this year. I'll see you guys in the next one.